Today's topic is ratio. Have you ever followed a recipe and ended up with a complete disaster? Usually, it is not your fault. It is a breakdown in the hidden relationships between your ingredients. Today, we are cracking open the secret code of math relationships, the ratio. A ratio is not a giant mystery. It is just a simple way to express how two or more quantities size each other up. We usually write them with two dots called a colon. Think about baking fresh bread. Master bakers use a classic blueprint, a recommended ratio of water to flour written as 3:5. This means that for every 3 grams of water you pour into your bowl, you absolutely must match it with exactly 5 grams of flour to keep the chemistry perfect. Here is the big trap most people fall into. A ratio does not care about the total amount of water and flour in your kitchen. It only cares about how those two amounts relate to each other. Order is everything. The ratio 3:5 is absolutely not the same thing as 5:3. Switch them, and your bread turns into soup or a brick. Ratios share a deep DNA connection with fractions. Imagine comparing a girl's height to her father's height. If their ratio is 4:5, it tells a fractional story. That ratio means the girl's height is exactly 4/5 of her father's height. The first number becomes your top numerator, the second becomes your bottom denominator. This beautiful link is why any number that can be written as a clean fraction using whole numbers is proudly called a rational number. It literally comes from the word ratio. And numbers that are completely chaotic, going on forever without a clean fractional pattern? We call those irrational numbers. They cannot be tamed into a simple ratio. To bring peace to your math, a ratio should always be in its simplest form. This means using the smallest possible whole numbers that share no common division partners greater than 1. Let us smash through an easy example. Write the ratio 10:30 in its simplest form. Notice anything? Both sides are practically begging to be shrunk. We can divide right through both parts by 10. 10 divided by 10 leaves us with 1. 30 divided by 10 leaves us with 3. Our final, simplest ratio is 1:3. Now you have mastered the foundational logic of ratios. Stop memorizing steps and start seeing the connections. For more deep visual breakdowns, subscribe to my Brainy Cave. See you next time.